Today we will be using variables to write pattern rules. The question is, we're going to describe the pattern rule for her pattern as start with two blue rhombuses and place one on top. Then add one more block on top each time. When creating an algebraic expression for these pictures, you look at two things: what stays the same and what changes. If you notice in these three pictures, the two blue rhombuses on the bottom stay the same. And the rhombuses on the top change. One in the first picture, two in the second picture, and three in the third picture. In your algebraic expression, whatever stays the same is the number that you are adding. Whatever changes becomes your variable. So for example, in this question, because we have two rhombuses on the bottom that stay the same, you know that your question is going to have a +2 in it. Then you look at the ones that change. If you create a chart for figure number and the number of pattern blocks, I'll put F number as figure number, and then I'll put blocks as the changing blocks per picture. We can see that in figure 1, there's one block. In figure 2, there are two blocks or two rhombuses. In figure 3, there are three. So now if we were to figure out 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, we know that 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 1 is 2, and 3 times 1 is 3. So therefore n, which would be our variable, our changing number, plus 2 would give us the total number of blocks. So now if we were to look at the total number of blocks, in figure 1, we have 3 total blocks. And if we plug it into our formula, if n equals 1, 1 plus 2 equals 3. For figure 2, if 2 is our n, 2 plus 2 equals 4. And we do have 4 blocks in our second picture. And for our third picture, we have 3 as our n. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And there are 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the third picture. In our next example, we will compare the same things. So in figure 1, we have one triangle, two rectangles, and a trapezoid. In figure 2, we have two triangles, two rectangles, and a trapezoid. And in figure 3, we have three triangles, two rectangles, and a trapezoid. Once again, we will look for what stays the same and what changes in these pictures. So if you look, the two rectangles and the trapezoid stay the same, and the triangles change. So because there are 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we know that there will be a +3 in our equation. For the changing blocks, which is our triangles, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3. So figure 1 has 1 block, figure 2 has 2 blocks, figure 3 has 3 blocks. So we will have n plus 3, where n is the changing, amount of blocks. And the plus 3 is the 3 extra blocks that the question has. Now, if we were to double check this, we would create our chart. Term number and term value. So term number would be each picture, and term value would be your blocks. For term number 1, if you substitute 1 in for your n, 1 plus 3 is 4, which means there should be 4 blocks total in figure 1, which there are 1, 2, 3, 4. In term 2, 2 is now your n. 2 plus 3 is 5, so there should be 5 blocks in figure 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in figure 3, if n is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, so there should be 6 blocks in your third figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we look at number 5 together, the question says what stays the same and what changes in this pattern. So we can see that the yellow block stays the same. There's 1 yellow block in each picture. And the blue blocks change. We have 2 in the first picture, 4 in the second picture, 6 in the third picture. B says describe the pattern rule in words. So we can say the pattern starts with 1 yellow block and 2 blue blocks. Then add 2 blue blocks each time. And we can highlight that. So this would be for part B. For part C, it asks us to write the algebraic expression. So if we look, we said before, our yellow block stays the same. So our yellow block, because there's 1 of them, becomes our plus 1. If we create a table for what changes, in picture 1, there are 2 blocks. In picture 2, there are 4 blocks. In picture 3, there are 6 blocks. Now, if you were to find a relation from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 3 to 6, you will see that it is the term number, or n, multiplied by 2. So when you are writing your algebraic expression, you can write n times 2 plus 1. N times 2 would stand for the blue blocks, and plus 1 would stand for the yellow blocks. I hope this has helped, and thank you for watching.